What it do, kings and queens? It's your boy, the UP King, the People's Champ, and we back with another video. And as you can see, we getting this cheap two-tone paint job ready to go. Got some primer on the bumper. Believe we got some on the hatch that we're gonna be putting on here. Primed up some spots. Didn't have a whole lot of work to do with this, but we got it primed up, prepped up. Getting ready to do a two-tone. Now, I'm calling this a cheap two-tone because, as you can see, I taped it off to do the two-tone. Got it all covered off. But the top half of the car, or this little SUV, I didn't touch the original color. So we're only doing half of the vehicle itself. So we're starting here with the spread, R500. And we're spraying, I want to believe it is around 28 psi. That's where I had it at. And 1.3 tip, of course. And we're doing a tack coat over the whole vehicle. Now the hatch door itself is on the lower half of the body line of the SUV. It's a Ford Edge. The original color was a pearl white. And top half of the vehicle, we're leaving it pearl white. Then from the body line down is going with this blue metallic. So you might be interested in doing like a two-tone, something similar to this, and you can tape it off pretty much however you like, or if you have a nice body line that you can tape it at, and then you can cut it off, and paint just one half of the vehicle. Now the top portion of the vehicle that I'm not painting, there was nothing wrong with the paint. No damage, no anything. Most of the, body work was done on the bottom portion of the vehicle. So we fixed those issues, and then we're going with this two-tone. So that might be something that you might be interested in. And the way I prepped this was after I did the little body work, I prepped it with, I believe, 600 to 800, and roughed up the clear in the areas that I needed to, roughed them up, and got it ready for the new paint. So you can see here, I'm just going throughout, the vehicle, spraying the bumper, doing my tack coat. You see it's not covering completely. And this vehicle here was kind of like a headache. I was ready to get it done and get it out the way. It was late and I was rushing to get it done because I was just ready to be done with this thing. Had a long day getting it ready. And sometimes that ain't the best way to paint. When you're tired, you had a long day, and you're just eager to get something done, and you just say, forget it, I'm going to go ahead and just start painting it. Usually that causes you not to be thinking. In my case, that's what happened here. And I really wasn't thinking about it, but as the job progressed, it got longer and longer because I wasn't making the proper adjustments that I needed to make to make this job go a little bit smoother. But, it's coming along. It's not covering like I wanted to, even though this is the tack coat. But as you'll see more down the line, this color wasn't covering like I really wanted it to, because I was ready to just get on up out of there. I had a real tight spot but no issue for myself. Sometimes you just gotta work in tight spots, and I was in a tight spot. Like I said again, rushing to get this one done. I really wanted it up out the shop. Sometimes you get those vehicles that you just want to see them gone, so you're willing to do whatever it takes to get it gone. Had I took another day with it, it probably would have turned out a lot better, or I would have felt a lot better about it, just because I would have been well rested. But we got it done. I actually have a bumper for this vehicle that I painted off camera, so that's why you see that bumper not getting painted. But I'm just covering up my edges. I used 3M fine line tape to create my tape line for the two-tone. Then I came back with some more 3M yellow tape to do my masking, to cover off the original color of the pearl white, which is going to give me the two-tone effect without actually having to do a full color change with two colors. This way I can just do one color but still get the two-tone effect. So the original color I never touched on the top. Didn't do any prep work to it. Didn't have to repaint it. Didn't have to re-clear it. Just did the bottom half and got this two-tone job done. Like I said, we're still doing a tack coat. Thinking back on this one, I really could have did a way better job just sitting here watching it myself, thinking about the adjustments that I should have made as I was painting this vehicle. Because going into the second coat, as you'll see once we get to the second coat, it still wasn't covering like I needed it to. And like I said, the long day, the fatigue, all that was playing a part. And here we are with the second coat. You can see I'm kind of slowing down. The reason I'm slowing down is because I'm trying to get the paint to cover now. But what I should have did was should have turned my pressure down. If I had turned my pressure down, I'd have got a little bit better build, and it'll sprayed a little bit wetter and covered a little bit better. It's covering pretty good here on the hatch, but when it gets to the vehicle itself, it wasn't covering just like I wanted to, and I should have recognized that, and I should have turned the pressure down. So I was at 28. I probably should have been around 24, 26. But I'm going to say I probably should have been somewhere around 22, 24. And this thing probably would have covered a whole lot better. And I wouldn't have been there as long doing this vehicle that I just didn't feel like doing, but I just wanted to get it done. So I forced myself to do it. So if you're working on your own projects, I recommend that you don't force yourself to get some stuff done. I know you want to get it done. It's taking you a long time to get the project done. It seems like it's not going to ever get done, and you're forcing yourself to get it done. But that's when mistakes happen. If you don't take a step back, give yourself some time and then come back to it. I've done that plenty of times. And every time that I do that, try to force something, usually something goes wrong, something happens, and then they end up costing me even more time in the end to try to have to fix something or repaint something or whatever because I didn't take that simple step back, give myself some time, collect myself, and then come back to it. Usually when you recognize that and you come back to it, it becomes real simple. You realize, man, I should have thought of that, the first time. Sometimes you just got to step back, recognize what you're doing, come back to it, and then it's a whole lot easier. So as you can see, I'm slowing down, trying to get that build up. And it's building up, but it's taking way more than I wanted to. And like I said, I was in a rush to get this thing done, but because I wasn't thinking, it was costing me, and it cost me some time. I was ready to go. We're getting it done, though. We're getting it done. As you can see, I'm fighting with the air hose. This was one of them jobs, man, I'm telling you. It just, everything was working against me at that point in time. Even though it's all the normal stuff that I normally go through anyway, but at that point in time, it just seemed like it was the worst. All because I was just ready to go and be done with this job. I'll definitely show the bumper at the end of the video so you can see it. That way you know for sure we didn't do that bad of a job. We didn't leave the customer out here with a white bumper on their vehicle. We at least painted the bumper so everything would match like it's supposed to. But here you can see on this side, it's just not covering like it needed to be. I'm getting color on there, but it's just not covering. You can see there where I had the primer, it just wasn't covering it that great. It probably took me 3 to 4 coats just to get it right. Of course, I'm not doing 3 to 4 coats on this video. This video be forever, just for you to keep seeing the same thing over and over. So I won't be torturing you like that, because that's torturous at times. But again, just another example of, not taking a step back and figuring it out. Enough of all that. Let's get to some clear. That was boring. Let's get to the good stuff. That stuff that you want to see. Some gloss. We at 30 PSI. We using the VEVOR Cydoclone. And I tell you, I switched to this gun because I knew this gun would pour on the material, and I was ready to move a whole lot faster than what I was doing with the spread. So I switched up. I knew this gun was going to lay down the clear, and it wasn't going to be playing no games. And I was ready to get up out of there. I got the 1.3 tip in there, and I'm going to town because I'm ready to go. And that thing gets busy. So We put it in there, got it all loaded up, and we went to town with it. Getting this bumper in. Pretty sure somebody gonna say something about my masking job, but hey, like I said, I was ready to go. I was ready to get this one out. And I was doing this for a buddy of mine that was kind of irritating me about getting the job done. So since he's in a rush, I'm in a rush too. So you don't get a full masking job. Somebody will probably say something about your pride in your work or something like that. I don't care about none of that. He don't even care. He don't even care about the pride in my work. So, yeah, we'll get back to the pride on another job. My only concern is getting this thing done and put back together and get it up out of here. And that's what we are doing. The V4 is laying that clear down, and we gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. I really like this V4 SATA clone. That thing lays that clear down, just breaks it up, lays it down nice. And I'm not using a small compressor on this job, so I do have it hooked up to my big compressor. Again, it would have been nice to give you a small compressor job, but I was trying to get this one done and out of there. As you can see, I didn't even start the video like I normally do because I had no intentions on showing this video. I really didn't, but I kind of wanted to show you how you could do a cheap version of a two-tone paint job by using your original, color and just adding another color to it to give you the two-tone effect without, spending a ton of money for two different colors. If there's nothing wrong with your original color, you got a couple little issues here and there that you might want to fix or something like that, but one half of the vehicle is fine and the other half, you want to jazz it up a little bit, then here's an option for you. And when it's all done, nobody can even really tell that you didn't do the whole entire vehicle. It looks just like, a custom job without having to do all the extra work. Now, if you want to go through the process of doing all the extra work and spraying, or respraying the original color, you can do so too. But this just gives you an option of being able to, do a custom job and saving you some money, and kind of separating yourself from all the other vehicles that look the same as yours. I guarantee he's the only two-tone Ford Edge within the city. I don't even know why you would even want a two-tone or Ford Edge, but I guess if you want to customize and you want to look a little different, then you go for it. But that's what it's all about. You can do it, and you don't have to spend a ton of money to do it. And this V4 is killing this clear. I really like this spray gun. All right, here goes some steel clips. Like I said, I didn't even get video of it. But here's all the pieces after I got done clearing everything. Got it all together. Looking good. There's that bumper I was talking about. And here is the finished product.